to Sonyabeonit channel. Today I'm going to show you how to apply a relaxer. If this is your first time doing a relaxer, you've come to the right place. Let me say this for those of you who are not relaxed. Everybody have a choice in life. Whatever you decide to do with your hair, that is fine. Everybody cannot go natural. Personally, I am natural. My oldest daughter is natural. She has eczema. When she was younger, she had eczema so bad, scabs, flake. As a parent, you want to do what's best for your child. And I discovered, upon praying about it, to place a relaxer in her hair at an early age. And when I tell you this has been the best thing for her situation with her hair, this is working for her hair. So please do not come on here and leave all the negative comments or statement. If this is not what you want or what you need, click off and go somewhere else. Because on this channel, it's all about sharing positive information. So we do still have some people who are relaxed, and I'm not going to knock anybody. Do you, and let us do us, okay? So with that in mind, let's get started. I wanted to show you a before picture of Deja's hair before I actually start the relaxing process. She have just taken her hair down from one of my videos that I placed up, and it's called the Healthy No Knot Box Braids. Check that video out. She is relaxed. That particular video is for any texture hair. It does not matter what type of texture hair you have. You can achieve those healthy no knot braids, and it's going to make your hair grow. This is 1 month of new growth that she have around the edges. This is her before. That is her hair. Can you turn to the back? That is her hair in the back. She have all her edges. It's going to make your hair grow, people. Turn to the side, please. I'm trying not to look like I'm really hurting her, because I'm not. I'm just heavy-handed, people. And I get a lot of comments, which we laugh about it when we see those comments, but I'm just heavy-handed. And that's part of the reason I do not do other people's hair. I will not do it at all. Turn around to the front. Okay, we're back on the front. Right here, what you see is Deja have had her hair cut a couple of times. It is growing back, which is a beautiful thing. Her edges, do you see her edges? She still have her edges, because the healthy no knot box braids, they are continuing to allow her hair to grow around the edges. Now we're going to take a look at all the products or the things that you're going to need in order to place a relaxer in your hair. Let's get started with that. Okay, step 1. These are the things that you're going to need in order to apply your relaxer. You're going to need some clamps, because I want you to section your hair in 4 sections. So these clamps will secure each section. Any kind of clamps of your choice. If this is your first time, I would suggest that you have a timer. Now, I purchased this timer from Sally's, and it was $5.99 with an additional 50% off. So I only paid, I can't see that good. This damn timer said $5.59. So I paid $2 and some change for it. Didn't pay that much for that. And that's going to give you the precise timing to how long to leave your relaxer in. For your edges, this is very, very important. You want to have some type of protective gel. This is just something I had left over from another pack. But you can use Vaseline. It works fine, people. Just go around your edges, which I'm going to show you how I'm going to apply that. But this is only Vaseline. You're going to need combs. The combs are determined by the thickness of your hair. But a rat tail comb will mainly be used to section the hair to apply the relaxer. A lot of people use the relaxer brush. You can use that, but this works just as well. I'm going to use a bigger comb first, because I want to section off her hair to make sure that I don't snag her hair or, pull any of her hair out. So I'll be using 2 combs. Another thing is the relaxer of your choice. I'm going to say this, for any hair texture, the best relaxer to use, I'm not going to show the brand of this because I will use whatever, because I know how to apply it. But truly the best relaxer to use is the PCJ in the box. It comes with the entire kit. I'm going to leave that information up in the top corner to show you how that box look. It comes for normal to coarse hair, but today I will be using this relaxer in her hair. Okay, so I'm going to take my first comb to section her hair off. I'm not going to really comb her hair by her hair being so thick from taking down her no knots healthy box braid. I'm just going in a little bit. See, there's no hair on the comb. And I want to divide it in half first. So the next step you want to do is divide the half one more time, and it's going to eventually turn into four sections that we have to work with. Now, when I start on her relaxer, I'm going to start in the back. The coarsest part of your hair is the middle. The next step I want to do, we talked about the protective gel. You're going to take some Vaseline, put it on your finger, and go around the baseline of your hair all the way around. I've gone around her entire head, so now we're going to place the relaxer in. If you don't feel comfortable using this comb, go out and buy one of those relaxer brush. But I'm going to use the end of this. We're not going to use this part. We're going to use this part. Let's get started. I'm going to be moving very fast, so. You're going to take some relaxer, place it on your comb. We're not going to the root of the hair. We're just really on the line of the hair. One additional very important note to know is that when you're placing your relaxer in your head, sometimes you may come down a little bit from the root, which is fine, but just do not allow the relaxer to extend all the way down your hair, because it will relax this hair much quicker. Because if you were a person who are getting a relaxer for the very first time, you would do your entire head. But if you if you're already relaxed, you only want to do your new growth. That's all we're focusing on. So I've gone ahead and did one section. If you want, since we have placed it on that one section, you feel as though you're going to get it on the hair, I need for you to take your clamp you had and place it back on there to hold that away from your head. So let's go ahead and do this section, because you're not going to be perfect when you apply a relaxer. And don't go too far down at the bottom, because that skin is very sensitive. I like your edge, and you don't want your edge. I'm taking the back of the comb and just placing a little bit on and going across the line. Take your comb, divide the hair. It doesn't take that long. You're not going to be perfect. Just think about it. If you try to take your time with this hair, this one part going to be relaxed while the other get relaxed. So you got to have a little speed to it. So it's not going to be perfect. So don't see, now I made a mistake and did that. Okay, things happen. It happens. When you go to the hair salon, they make a mistake too. Don't worry about it. Keep moving. We're just going to tie this off a little bit. Tie it off. Remember, we're only working with 5 minutes. Tie that off. Go to the front. Okay, remember your edges. Don't start relaxing towards this edge, because that's so sensitive, it'll relax really quickly. So we're going to come towards the middle a little bit. Just put a little bit on the line. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. Now that I have applied the relaxer to all 4 sections, now I'm going to go back to working. And my edges. I'm going to go down the side. I'm going to go down all the way around. And the back. Now I'm going to go in between and work the relaxer in. As you can see, it didn't really touch the scalp at first. See? I'm just heavy-handed. Section it back off. See, it didn't normally look. You need just a little bit more relaxer. Just place it on there. I'm going to complete this step all the way around and come back. Now you're working it in. Now that I've completed all 4 sections of her hair, it's not on the ends of her hair. People, let me tell you this. When you put in a relaxer, you're not going to get it perfect. As long as you don't come down the long shaft of the hair and stay right up here in this section, you're good. I've done all 4 sides. You want to go ahead and rinse the relaxer out very well. And I normally take at least 2 to 3 minutes to make sure all of this relaxer is out. So now that I've rinsed all of that relaxer out of her hair, the next step, I want to apply my neutralizing shampoo. Did not towel dry her hair or anything. I'm not going to comb it. I'm just going to try to work my way through her hair with this shampoo. Remember, I only relax her hair for 5 minutes. With the texture hair she has, I only relax it for 5 minutes. I'm not combing, I'm just going through it. And I'm going to use this neutralizing shampoo 2 times. Because I want to make sure all the residue of that relaxer is out and it's not going to over process the hair. Before moving on to my favorite shampoo. Now I have applied my favorite shampoo after neutralizing her hair with the neutralizing shampoo. Does not matter which brand you use, people, just as long as it says neutralizing shampoo. That's the first shampoo you're going to use. And now I'm using my favorite, or one of my favorite moisturizing shampoo to go in between her scalp. I'm not going to irritate the scalp because her pores are still open. You don't never want to go into the scalp and scratch. No, just massage it. And we're not going to comb it while we're shampooing. I'm going to take her necktie off. Do not comb the hair. Do you see her length? Now I'm going to rinse that out with some cool water. Never hot water. Anytime you're using a relaxer, never use hot water, period. That's another reason that we take all the moisture out of our hair with relaxers, because we're using hot water. I'm going to rinse her hair once again for about 2 minutes. I always do a 2 to 3 minutes rinse on anything that I put in a person's head, because I want to make sure that everything is out of the hair. And I'm not going to dry the hair because now I'm going to apply my favorite moisturizer. Conditioning. If you have like store-bought conditioning, that's fine. Use your favorite oil, such as almond oil, coconut oil, whatever your oil is that you like, you can use that. So now I'm going to apply the conditioner. I'm not going to dry it off. That's a bit much, but that's okay. In your head, you're going to let it sit for a few minutes. If you want to sit on the dryer with it for 5 or 10 minutes with a bag on your head, that's fine. But you want to massage that in there very well. I'm going to let that sit for about 5 minutes uncovered. I'm not going to cover it up. And when I come back, we're not going to comb through it until I begin rinsing it out. Now that I have allowed this conditioner to sit in that hair for 5 minutes, now I'm going to begin to rinse it out. I'm going to use my wide tooth comb first. With the wide tooth comb, you can start from the root and come up, some of your hair is going down, and work your way to the end. Okay, as you look at that, as I'm combing, I'm not getting any hair that's coming on this comb. Did you see that? The temperature of the water is still cool to warm. And that's why I said wait to comb your hair. Don't comb your hair when it has shampoo in it or the conditioner. Let the conditioner sit in your hair for at least 5 to 10 minutes. And as you're rinsing out your hair, use a wide tooth comb to comb through. And you can start from the root. Because a lot of people say you start from the end. But if you do it this way, you don't have to start from the end. You can start from the root. You see, can I show you this? Look how easy it is to comb through. Look. To the end. No hair is snagging, no hair is coming out. Do you see that comb? And it's not, I'm not struggling to get this comb through her head, people. Look at there. Look at there. No hair. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish rinsing this out. We're going to go to our final step. And that is to blow dry the hair. You see her hair? Okay, here's her hair completed. Look at there. Look at that shine to that hair. That heat protection, because it works wonders.